Can you hear that? Hooves thundering. Something big is happening. It's Moses and his people, the Israelites, running as fast as they can. But why are they in such a hurry? They've just left Egypt, where they were not treated very nicely. Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, finally let them go. But Pharaoh has changed his mind. He's sending his whole army after them. Oh, no. The whole army is coming after them. What are the Israelis going to do? The Israelites can see them coming. What a scary sight. They ran and ran and ran, but suddenly, they were stuck. In front of them, the big Red Sea. Behind them, Pharaoh's angry army. What a pickle. Oh no, cried the people. What will we do, Moses? We're trapped. Moses, with his calm heart, knew exactly where to turn for help. Do you know where? He spoke to God, asking for a miracle. And God always listens. Suddenly, Moses stretched out his hand over the water, and in it, he held a simple wooden staff. What do you think will happen next? Can a simple stick really help against a giant sea? Whoosh! A mighty wind began to blow. Not just a gentle breeze, but a super strong swirly wind. The wind blew harder and harder, like a giant invisible hand was pushing the water. And then, something absolutely amazing began to happen. The water started to split. Can you imagine? Tall, towering walls of water standing up on both sides, like giant blue jelly. The Israelites gasped. They had never seen anything like it. Look, a dry path, they whispered. God has made a way. The path was wide and dry, perfect for walking. No mud, no puddles. But hurry! The Egyptian chariots were getting very, very close to the edge of the sea. Moses gently led his people forward, through the incredible water walls. It was like walking through a giant underwater tunnel. What kind of sea creatures do you think they saw swimming in those giant water walls? They saw lots of fish, friendly-looking crabs, and curious starfish swimming inside. The children pointed at the fish, giggling. They couldn't believe their eyes. Even the sheep and donkeys walked carefully, looking up at the amazing sight. They kept walking, step by step, further and further into the sea. Meanwhile, Pharaoh and his army were angry. How did they do that? But their anger made them foolish. They decided to follow the Israelites into the sea. The ground started to feel squishy, and the chariots were getting stuck. It was hard for them to move quickly. The dry path was perfect for walking, but not so good for fast chariots. The Israelites looked back and saw the Egyptians struggling. They knew they had to keep going. They could almost see the other side. Freedom was so close. What a long, strange walk it must have been, with giant walls of water all around. What a clever way for God to protect his people, don't you think? Finally, the very last Israelites stepped onto the dry land on the other side. Hooray! They were safe, but the Egyptians were still stuck in the middle of the sea. Moses raised his hand once more, but this time, he pointed it back at the sea. The mighty walls of water began to tremble. Can you guess what's about to happen? Rumble, rumble, splash. The water came crashing down. The sea returned to its normal place, covering everything in its path. The Israelites watched in awe, safe on the other side. They were truly free. They sang songs of joy and thanked God for his amazing miracle. The Israelites dancing and singing on the shore, hands raised in praise to God. It was an unforgettable day, showing how big and powerful God is and how much he loves his people. From that day on, the Israelites knew they could trust God, no matter how big the problem. And that, little sprouts, is the incredible story of Moses and the Red Sea. Wasn't that an amazing adventure? A true miracle. Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, make sure to subscribe to SparrowSprout Bible Stories so you don't miss out on any of our future adventures. We'll be back soon with more tales of faith, courage, and amazing miracles. Until next time, keep exploring and learning about God's wonderful stories. Remember, with God, anything is possible. See you soon.